Here's how I'm going to make $1 million. And I'm documenting the whole journey. This isn't just about money. This is about building the discipline, proving what I can accomplish, and doing it all through the faith of God. The first step in this idea, the first pillar, is to build faith. This is the strongest of the pillars, and this is what's going to hold everything together. Okay? And through faith, we're going to learn discipline and patience. Okay? These are two key points to the reason why faith is so important. Just to capitalize on how important it really is, here's Proverbs 16:3. Commit your works to Yah, and your plans shall be established. Okay? This falls on the discipline category here. For the patience aspect, I have a verse from Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 that says, "For the vision is yet for an anointed time, and it speaks of the end and does not lie. If it lingers, wait for it shall certainly come, it shall not delay." It wraps up the idea of patience, okay? So I know God's timing is different than what we believe because God is outside of time. So you mustn't let the days where you are struggling or the workload just feels so overwhelming and you're just overwhelmed with stress and anxiety. That's when that verse comes in. It shall not linger. God's timing is perfect. So I will continue to put in the work required to achieve and to receive God's timing. Okay? And then the final verse I got under faith is going to be in Proverbs as well. And it says, "The righteous are as bold as lions." That's a good one to end on and to enclose the idea of the fact that you're going to be different. You're not going to be like everybody else. I'm not doing this because I want to be like somebody else. I'm doing this because I want to be the best version of myself. So I must be bold in my faith and in my wisdom, in my knowledge, and my discipline in order to actually achieve the fruits of my labor. The second main pillar for the $1 million idea is trading. This is where cash flow comes into play. This is my big money maker. This is the jackpot. This is what's going to bring in the monetary value from my discipline and my hard work. In order to be a good trader, they have 3 qualities: good risk management, good trading psychology, and a good quality edge. Okay? I've already built the edge through a year's worth of studying. Okay? So I've built that edge. I have an advantage in the market. But in order for my advantage to shine, I must have good psychology. I'm just going to write mind. I don't even know how to spell psychology right now. Okay? And in order to have good psychology, I need patience and discipline. And this is why faith is number 1. Okay? This is why faith is number 1 on the board. Okay? It holds everything together. Without faith, your works are meaningless. Okay? So through faith, it's going to allow me to improve my trading. And the biggest factor for the reason I haven't made money from trading yet is because of my psychology. It's been lacking, but I've been building it over and over again through my disciplines of reading daily the Bible. The final thing that holds trading together is the risk management. This is quite simple. I'm using a simple risk management. I'm risking $500, $300 to $500 per trade, and aiming for a 2R, which is a 2 times on return. And another thing that faith has helped me with my trading is knowing that it's God's timing when I'll actually become successful. It's God's timing when I'll finally start to see the rewards of my hard work. So I'm going to continue to put in the work required and continue put in the back testing hours on hours daily. Okay, for trading specifically, I put 2 to 4 hours every single day in that. Every single day, I'm putting in 2 to 4 hours. On faith, I'm reading for an hour to 1 to 2 hours daily. On top of that, I have to hit my bare minimum 3 chapters read. So even on my worst days, I still have to get up and read those 3 chapters. And then one other thing I'm doing to build my faith even more is doing daily prayer. Okay? This is really important. So then you're keeping God in your life throughout your whole day. Okay? So the trading, I'm putting in 2 to 4 hours of back testing and live market analysis. and going over my trades and my strategy. And the third and final pillar is this YouTube channel, okay? AKA content slash social media. Content slash socials, okay? Right now, I'm currently trying to build my YouTube, okay? And the YouTube is holding me accountable, okay? I have to come onto this YouTube video every single day and make a video. I have to go over what I'm doing on a daily basis, how I'm improving, and I got to do weekly check-ins, okay? I'm using this YouTube as a way to just show the work I am putting in to achieve my goals and how I am going to achieve them. And then on the other side of things with social media, I've also been posting motivational TikToks, motivation, and fitness, adding both of these with faith, okay? Got to keep that at the center. That is most important. So that is what I've been doing. I've been making a lot of motivational talking videos. I'm putting in work and putting in the volume required to actually receive the fruits of your labor. And then I've tied everything into faith. I want to keep that the core of my content. And then also fitness aspect. I love working out. I've built a pretty solid physique, and I can teach anyone how to build a solid physique. And I absolutely 100% believe that because I've done the research, I've done the time, and I've put in the repetition to know what I'm talking about. Okay. And then with content, it can lead to monetization. Okay. It can lead to cash flow, like moolah. But I first have to build it to a level that will actually be able to succeed. And I don't think it's going to get to that level until I've proved this idea, that the connections of these three lead to this idea. So once I actually prove to myself that I am this version of me 100%, I do not deny myself in any way. And that's my favorite part with doing all this, especially this content side of it, because this content just reinforces the idea of who I am. I'm literally making YouTube videos saying I'm doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this. I'm making TikTok saying I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. So it's making me not only put in more repetition, but it's making me reflect on what I'm doing, what I can do better, and where I'm lacking. It helps keep me accountable. And that's my favorite thing about all of this is I'm getting benefits from it without views. I don't need views to get benefit. It's benefiting me because it's tracking my journey. And you know what's going to be the most amazing thing ever is when I finally make it, when I finally achieve this goal, I literally have created a blueprint on how to get there. So you can either watch now, follow along on this journey, and gain the knowledge and put in the work that I'm putting in, or you can wait, until I made it. And then you're gonna have to rewatch all these videos because I'm laying out all the information and how to succeed when you're in the swamps, when you're in the weeds, when you're struggling, when you aren't successful. Once you're successful, it's easy to multiply. It's easy to multiply. You get a crew, you get a team, you can start paying people to do stuff, you can start expanding your company. That's easy. Getting to where you can get to that ability is the hard part. And that's what successful people don't show you. Successful people don't show you what they did on a daily basis. Successful people tell you what they do now. They show you their routines now. That's not how you're going to get there. You're going to get there by putting in as much hours of work every single day and putting in enough repetition to where there's no way that you could fail and there's no way you'd be unsuccessful. You basically have to put enough repetitions in till you prove to yourself that this is who you are. If you want to watch this in real time and not once I've already made it, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to go all in and I'm going to show you every step that I take.